This just happened, and it's becoming the #1 topic among fans. Howie Roseman just signed a player nobody expected. It's the kind of signing that could change everything next season. I got some hot, exclusive information, confirmed by major outlets. But before I reveal everything, if you truly love the Eagles, like this now and subscribe to the channel, because what I'm about to tell you is going to be hot. Howie Roseman, once again, showed why he's considered a master of behind-the-scenes negotiations in the NFL. When no one expected it, while most fans were sleeping or simply waiting for the preseason to start, the Philadelphia Eagles pulled the trigger on a trade that could shake up the entire secondary rotation. The target? An explosive, speedy youngster with untapped potential. 24-year-old cornerback Jakorian Bennett, coming from the Las Vegas Raiders. In return, the Eagles sent defensive tackle Thomas Booker IV, a strategic move that speaks volumes about each team's goals at this point in the offseason. The most interesting thing about this trade is how it demonstrates the Eagles' front office's long-term vision. Bennett, despite his young age, carries a respectable legacy. In his rookie season, he played in 14 games, starting 4, and in his second, he appeared in 10 games, accumulating 26 tackles and 8 pass defenses. In total, he has 58 tackles and 11 passes defensed since entering the league. And if those numbers aren't impressive, consider this. Before suffering a serious shoulder injury, a torn labrum that required surgery, Bennett was among the NFL's top pass defenses in Week 10. He played at a sacrifice, but still emerged as the Raiders' best cornerback. Another notable feature is his impressive speed. At the Combine, he ran the 40-yard dash in 4:30 seconds, a time worthy of Olympic sprinters. This kind of athleticism isn't learned, it's natural, and when well-trained, can transform a promising defender into a league star. Precisely for this reason, the Raiders' decision to release him caused surprise, but the explanation seems to be linked to the arrival of new coach Pete Carroll, who intends to completely overhaul Las Vegas' defensive system. And in the new scheme, Bennett ended up being the odd man out. On the other side of the trade, Thomas Booker IV leaves Philadelphia with a respectable but low-key track record. Drafted by the Texans in 2022, Booker arrived at the Eagles as a depth piece and fulfilled his role. He played in all 17 games last season, but with only one start and limited participation, 17% of the defensive snaps. He tallied 18 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pass defense, and helped with some important pressures in the playoffs, but he never quite established himself as a key part of the rotation. And with the arrival of Ty Robinson, a 4th-round pick in the last draft, Booker lost even more roster space. In this context, the trade makes sense for both teams. The Raiders receive a player ready to contribute to the DL rotation, while the Eagles are betting on a talent with a higher ceiling to strengthen the secondary. But make no mistake, this transfer is much more than a swap of core pieces. It's a surgical strategy by Roseman to strengthen one of the most critical areas of the season, precisely the one that suffered the most in the final stretch of last season. What makes it all even more interesting is that Bennett isn't arriving just to build the roster. He's directly in contention for a starting spot in the cornerback group, where Kelee Ringo and Adoree Jackson have alternated ups and downs in training camp. With the season just around the corner and the opener against the Cowboys scheduled for September 4th, this position battle is hotter than ever. And if you think you've got Jakorian Bennett figured out, wait until you discover the behind-the-scenes story of his career and what he can offer in the upcoming preseason games. Find out now 3 incredible facts about the Eagles' new cornerback and why he could be the surprise of the year in Philadelphia. Jakorian Bennett may not be a household name among casual fans, but if you're an Eagles fan and have been paying attention to the behind-the-scenes action, you'd better start paying attention now. This addition didn't happen by chance, and its impact could be immediate. The competition for defensive tackle positions is fiercer than ever, and Bennett arrives with everything he needs to shake up Nick Sirianni and defensive coordinator Vic Fangio's deck. He's young, has athletic explosiveness, on-field experience, and a college background that reveals much more than the numbers suggest. The first thing that stands out is the fierce competition Bennett will face. The Eagles' cornerback group is packed with raw talent and a mix of experience. Kelee Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Eli Ricks, as well as Mac McWilliams, Perry Nickerson, and A.J. Woods. However, despite the number, there's still a missing piece that combines youth, aggressiveness, and consistency. Ringo and Jackson have been going through ups and downs in training camp. Mitchell and DeJean are draft picks. Bennett, despite being a newcomer, is one of the few with actual NFL snaps and a clear motivation to earn a spot. He wants to show he can and will be a starter. This isn't just an ambition, it's a professional necessity, and the coaches are watching. The second key point is Bennett's trajectory before arriving in the NFL. He didn't emerge from a major program right away. He had to build his name step by step. He started at Hutchinson Community College, where he not only played football but also excelled in basketball. In 2019, he already demonstrated his strength by being named to the All-KJCCC team. He then transferred to Maryland, where he truly began to attract the attention of NFL scouts. It was there that, in 2022, he shone in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, being named named MVP of the game after a victory over NC State. Oh, and yes, this is the game where the winning coach gets a mayonnaise shower on his head. It may seem like a silly curiosity, but it shows that Bennett knows how to perform on big stages, in high-pressure, high-profile games. That counts for a lot in the professional world. The third important fact involves technical performance, statistics, and projection. In 2023, Bennett played 461 defensive snaps and, even dealing with a serious shoulder injury, which he underwent labrum surgery, still managed to maintain a 58.6 overall PFF grade with a 61.0 in coverage, numbers that placed him 76th among all cornerbacks with more than 400 snaps. This shows one thing clearly. Even with physical limitations, Bennett was playing consistently. Fully recovered and in a new environment, now under the watchful eye of the Eagles coaching staff, that number is likely to rise considerably. Another crucial point, Bennett will only be eligible for free agency in 2027. In other words, Philly isn't just taking a quick gamble. They're securing a player who can develop within the system for 3 more seasons under a Heat contract. This allows time for adaptation, technical growth, and most importantly, stability. Imagine what an athlete with a 4.30 40-yard dash could do with this kind of structural support. This trade, then, isn't just about filling gaps. It's about investing in a strategic piece that can change the tone of the Eagles' defense, which suffered at crucial moments last year, especially against elite quarterbacks. Bennett's arrival is almost a direct response to the weaknesses exposed in the NFC semifinals and losses to division rivals. Nick Sirianni and Vic Fangio aren't just testing depth, they're putting pressure on the roster to raise the bar. With the first preseason game just around the corner against the Cincinnati Bengals this Thursday, all eyes will be on this new addition. Time is short, but the opportunity is enormous. Bennett will get snaps, he'll be tested, and he could indeed take Ringo or Jackson's spot even before the official debut against the Dallas Cowboys on September 4th. It all depends on what he does now, in practice and on the field. The question remains, will Jakorian Bennett be just another name in the rotation, or will we witness the birth of a new absolute starter in the Eagles' defense? With Jakorian Bennett's arrival and the intense competition for a starting spot in the Eagles' secondary, do you believe he has what it takes to overcome names like Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson and earn Nick Sirianni's trust before Week 1 against the Cowboys? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I will be back later to update you with the latest news from the Eagles.